With over 603 shows on every minute of the Edinburgh Festival, it can be very difficult to get noticed. After our own techniques proved moderately unsuccessful, we decided to consult a professional.
Beneath the Fringe!
Hello and welcome to yet another episode of Beneath the Fringe with me, Marek Larwood, and my special guest today, Madelaine Bennett, Queen of PR. Now, can you tell me, Madelaine, PR is a bit like writing on the back of toilet doors, isn't it?
It's exactly like writing on the back of toilet doors, except there is one major difference, and that is that what we do is we get the press to write about people. So it's published, and then the newspapers are stuck on the back of toilet doors, probably later.
Ah, I knew it was all to do with toilet doors. So say I want someone to do my PR for Edinburgh. How do I go about that?
Well, the Fringe press office normally have a list of PRs that are willing to do PR. Some of them better than others, and you get a list of PRs. I would say after that, have a Google, make sure they're experienced, look at who they've done before, see if you recognise some of the names, and then get in touch with people and ask whether they would be willing to do your PR. Actually, one of the biggest mistakes people make when they first sort of set out in their first little year is you get quite an abrupt email going, "Hello, I am considering using you for my PR. Please state your rate." And it's like, well, all right, no love, we'll have to see whether or not we think you're PRable.
Ah, so you wouldn't, even if I had, you wouldn't take anyone on? You have to think they're good?
Yeah, absolutely, you have to think they're good. You have to believe in them, because otherwise you won't do a very good job of selling them.
How much does it cost for PR for a show? Or does it depend
there
on?
Are all sorts of different costs. I mean, some people have very, very set prices, and that's their sort of thing, and they charge one flat fee for everybody. Other people, it depends, and they offer different packages for different services. Other people charge expenses on top of what they do. There's lots of different packages. You're talking around £1,500 to £2,000 for a sort of a good PR to do your work. For your £1,500, you would expect a certain number of reviews, and that would be from a mixture of websites that no one's heard of, through to websites that people have heard of, through to hopefully printed reviews in stuff like 3 Weeks and The List, and Metro, and different magazines that go up there and publish. And one thing that your PR really should be able to deliver is early reviews. That's really what you're paying for more than anything else.
Right.
The reviewers in the first 2 weeks, not the second.
What percentage of your job is lying?
So much. I would say it's not lying on purpose, not lying about how good the show is, because as I say, we only take the shows on that we actually like. But so much just goes wrong on a daily basis, and our job is to just fix it before the client sees it, or fix it before the journalist sees it, or smooth it over.
If I was a newspaper, well, a journalist.
A journalist rather than an actual
guys
newspaper.
Yeah. If I was a journalist working for a newspaper and you PR representing a show, let's say Pig Blister.
Pig Blister, yeah.
What would you say to me? Let's do a little role play of you trying to get me to see the show. What show should I see? Let's have a look.
Well, first of all, we're sat down and we're having coffee, and it's May, so you're not wandering around thinking about what shows you're
Oh, right, okay. I'll change the scenario then.
If I'm selling my show, I'm not going to be thinking about trying to sell it during the festival, because
that's good news.
That's way gone. They've picked what they're going to
So were we having coffee?
So we're having coffee. I've come up to Edinburgh to meet you, and I've bought you coffee and cake to.
No, this is nice coffee.
Yeah, well, we spend quite a lot on the coffee and the cake trying to charm people.
Okay.
And then
just coffee and cake?
Whatever they want.
So the best PR thing or best advert I saw was probably the Tim Vine.
Yeah, that was excellent.
When he said, "I'm not coming to Edinburgh."
Yeah, 15-foot high poster right at the bottom of Cowgate, which is where the underbelly is, just saying Tim Vine will not be appearing in Edinburgh this year. Amazing. Lots cheaper than going to Edinburgh.
Yeah, just do that.
That was great. But it's been done now. No one would care this year. They're just copying Tim Vine.
Oh, yeah. It's difficult, this business, isn't it? Very difficult.
No.
Well, thank you very much for your time, Madelaine, of Prospero Communications. Very informative, and I hope you've learnt as much as I have. Thank you, and see you next time on Beneath the Fringe.
Beneath the Fringe.